Recording in progress.
Alright, so welcome everyone, our restorative mobility class. Hopefully everyone's feeling good, getting ready to go into the weekend. Again, just quick announcement, we won't be meeting for our Friday and Saturday's classes this week. But anyways, let's go ahead and begin. So we'll start with our facial exercises. Okay, so I want for everyone to open their mouth as wide as they can, tilt their head upward, keeping that mouth open, and then pulling your chin towards your nose, feeling a nice stretch through your neck. Okay, so let's go ahead and do about 8 of those. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. So pull, reset, open, up, pull, and do another 6. About 3 more. Last one. Very good. All right, we're going to do some gentle palpation massage, or just with the 2 fingers, your pointing finger and your middle finger. Let's just softly palpate from our earlobes down our jawline towards our chin. All right, now let's go from the side of our eyes down to the side of our face. It's very gentle. All right, let's go with our knuckles, or the soft parts of our knuckles. Just kind of roll them around your cheeks. Very good. And now we're gonna puff up our cheeks with air, and then just move that air bubble side to side from one cheek to the other. Okay, so cheeks will get a little sore, so let's just go ahead and do that. All right, relax. Like I said, those cheeks will get a little tender. Now we're gonna go up and down. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. And relax. Very good. All right, now we'll start with our neck. So let's just look left to right gently. Just make sure over the weekend you follow along the recordings, or do some exercises or mobility on your own. And just keep an eye out for the forecast, for the weather. I wouldn't be surprised if our last few days of mild weather are over, on the way out. So up and down now. Let's look left and add a little bit of pressure to our chin. So turn left and add a little bit of pressure there. Turn a little more. All right, let's switch. Turn right. Let's do the same. Very good. All right, now we're going to look up and apply a little bit of pressure underneath our chin, up. And relax. Let's go ahead and sit on our left hand. Bring that right hand over. Allow the weight of your arm to stretch out that left side. Very good. Relax. Sit on that right hand, and let's do the same for that right side of our neck. All right, both hands behind the top part of our head, and then elbows drop forward. All right, go ahead and relax. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just do a little bit of shoulder work here. So elbows up and just separate those elbows away from each other. So you connect them, separate. Just continue here. Let's do 3 more. And last one. There we go. All right, good morning, Kathleen. Welcome. All right, let's go ahead and opposite shoulder tap. So just right here, tap that opposite shoulder. Okay, I'm going to rotate my palms, face them behind me, and then come up and down. Very good. All right, a little bit of shoulder work here. So drop your elbow to your side and just bring that forearm in and then as far out as you can and then back inside. Two more. All right, let's switch. So elbow to your side. Very good. All right, we're gonna do snow angels. So just here on the chair, just come up to the top. Just keep that arm length as far as you can. Just rotate. Very good. Let's do single arm windmill. So that right arm comes around, front part, down, back, up.
Sorry, I have to go.
Okay, no worries, Ella. Thanks for joining.
We'll see you next week.
All right, sounds good. Enjoy your weekend. All right, let's do the other arm. Very good. And then let's go in reverse now. Just get that full range of motion. Okay, switch. All right, let's do our trunk rotation. So just grab a hold of the chair and then just turn your trunk. So it should be gentle, nice stretch throughout your side and your back. Let's switch. Knees are still facing forward. Turn your trunk. Awesome. All right, let's do our hip openers. So knees are forward. Bring your right leg out. Add a little bit of pressure just so that knee doesn't collapse. Keep your torso upright. Let's go ahead and switch. Left leg comes out. A little bit of pressure there. Very good. Reset. Let's do our performance stretch. So right ankle on that left knee. Support that stretch. Right. A little bit of pressure down on that knee. Just rest your forearm on that. Knee up. Hold it. Reset. right ankle on that left knee. Left ankle on that right knee. Add a little bit of pressure downward. And bring that knee up and just hug it out. All right, let's go ahead and remove our shoes. We're just going to do our ABCs. And then I will ask, I do want to foam roll or roll out our arches. So hopefully we have so let's do our ABCs with our ankles. Hopefully we have a golf ball nearby. So just trace the letters of the alphabet here. Try to get the full range of motion. And then we'll switch. All right, and then we're gonna claw at the floor. So just pull your toes towards your heel. All right, let's go ahead and grab that golf ball if you have it nearby, or a baseball, any type of like spherical item that we could use. Have a little bit of water while we're looking for that golf ball, if you'd like. Golf ball, and then just gonna roll out right here. Add a little bit of pressure down into your arches. All right, maybe turn your foot, angle it out a little bit so you can get that inside part of your arch. Again, use the perimeter part of your foot to roll it out. All right, let's switch. So left foot, some pressure. Inside part of the foot, let's roll it out. Keep pressing down. All right, find a spot that's a little tender and add a little bit of pressure downward. And relax. All right, we're gonna go on our feet and stretch out our shoulders. So if you wanna find a pole, a broomstick, foam roller, whatever long item you have, just so we could get some mobility around our shoulder now. Where's my foam roller? Okay. So I'm set up here. Give folks another 20 seconds to find their item. Alright, so let's go ahead, find our space, and we're gonna guide with our left hand, push with our right. Okay, so we're right here. We're gonna do about 8 for each angle. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right now 30 degrees forward. So slightly forward. $60 degrees forward. $90 degrees forward. And towards the back. All right, now our right arm, okay? So left arm is pushing, right hand is guiding. Go ahead. All right, 60 degrees forward. All right, 60 degrees forward. $90 right in front of you. Towards the back. All right, now behind the back, up and down. All right, now we're gonna lift. Very good. Okay. We're gonna do a couple of stretches while we're standing. So we're gonna do our slow cherry pickers hamstring stretch. So that's where we are here on our feet, slight bend at our right feet, left leg is extended, and we're gonna sweep. Okay. And then we're just gonna transition to our other leg, and then right leg is straight now, and we're gonna sweep. We'll do about 5 of these on each leg. So again, just position yourself. So the idea is that that leg is straight, and as you're going down, your hamstring is being lengthened. Okay. Make sure you're using nice deep breaths. Oh. 3, 4, 4, and then the last one on each leg here, 5 and 5. Okay. Very good. All right. We're gonna use our chair here. And what I'm gonna have you folks do is just kind of rest your leg on that chair. Hopefully, prefer if that chair doesn't have wheels, but just make sure that that chair is not gonna slide. So I'm just gonna rest my leg right here, and then just kind of lean forward, and then back up. So again, lean forward, up. 3, 4, 5. All right, now I'm gonna rotate my heel. So now my toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. I'm gonna turn my torso and then lean towards that and then come back. Okay. If you wanna get your back into it, you could always reach. That's gonna stretch out your arm. One more. Very good. All right, I'm gonna switch sides. Arms right here. All right, and again, 5 forward, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm gonna rotate my heel, so now my toes are up towards the ceiling, and again, lean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, very good. All right, the last 10 minutes we'll spend on the floor. So if you wanna grab your yoga mat, switch it up to the floor. Do some back stretches, mainly a little bit of hip work. Okay. Right, so we're here on our quadruped position. So our wrists right below our shoulders, knees right below our hips, and we're gonna arch up. Inhale, and then exhale, arch down. Repeat, arch up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. One more of each, up, down. All right, from here we're gonna arch up and bring our glutes to our heels. So come back this way. Drop your head down, rest your elbows on the floor, and let's hold for about 20 seconds. Reset. Right hands or shift your arms to the right side. So now we're off the mat. Arch up, glutes to heels. Reset. All right, now we're going to our left side. Right here, arch up, glutes to heel. and reset. Okay. All right, we are gonna go ahead and just lay on our backs, and we're gonna do some knee drops. So my arms are gonna be at my side, and I just wanna drop my knees to my left side, and then reset them, and drop them to my right. Do about 8 of these on each side, okay? So just pace yourself. Your back should be pretty much glued to the floor. So take your time. We want to get as much range of motion as possible. All right, let's do one more on each side. Very good. All right, extend your legs. And we want to bring our knee up to our chest and just hold. So try to put your hands between your lower leg and your upper leg, so right behind your knee. And now let's do a lower leg extension. Very good. Relax that leg. Right leg, bring that up to your chest as far as you can. All right, and then let's extend that lower leg. Very good. So relax once you've done that. Okay. Now what I want you to do is bring your knee up and then drop it to your side. Okay, so you're here, and then you're gonna bring it off to the side. Okay, and you could add the weight of your arm on that inside part of your knee just to get a little bit more stretch. And reset. Now that right knee, bring it up and turn it out. And same thing, you could add your arm to add some weight to that, get a stretch. All right, and the last one that we're gonna do before we conclude is our book openers. So you're on your side, tuck in your knees a little bit, stack your feet, your knee on top of your other knee, stack your hand, and let your eyes follow your hand. And we're gonna do 5 of these on each side. It's 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. Good job, Jen. I like that. And 5. Good. All right, and then let's switch sides. When you're ready to start on your other side, go ahead and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was it, 5. I don't know what else I'm trying to count to. Alrighty. A little shorter today, but I think, we're good. Got a good amount. Got most of the big stretches in. So I'm gonna call it at this time mark. But any questions before we head out? Comments? Kathleen, thank you again for checking in with your recordings and commenting your initials. So appreciate that. Yeah, but any questions?
I think what I'm going to do is do Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10.
Okay.
Like slow down just to kind of break it up, and the others more of the active ones. But this was really good.
Good. Yeah, I was just sharing with the earlier class that I have. I'm gonna go run 14 miles right now in the hills. So so I actually wanted to get a nice stretch right now to kind of feel good for that, because I feel like when I wake up and go running, my body still like uses half of the run just to wake up, and it's really slow. And then, but after this, I feel like I could start like ready to go from the get-go. So yeah, so everyone.
Well.
Yeah, I know. Fingers crossed. I've been hydrating. I have
lots of water.
My salt capsules here. Like I'm ready to go. I have my little. So I wear this running vest. So I put this on and I wear it with this thing and have a water bottle here and another one, and I'm just like running.
I think I saw that in your video.
Oh yeah. So last week I forgot it, so I was miserable without it, but I'm taking it today. So.
Good. Enjoy.
All right, everyone. I'll see you next week. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Jen.
Bye.
Okay.
Next week, right? Next
Bye,
week?
everyone. Yes, on Monday next week. So.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, folks.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.